Huge crowds gathered in East London last night to celebrate West Ham's open-top bus parade following their historic Europa Conference League win. You were there too.
I was there. I don't think the crowds were there for me. I think mainly for the team, including David Moyes and his team, who secured their first major European trophy. Since 1965, they lifted the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup back then. Captain Declan Rice has called Moyes the greatest manager in West Ham's history.
For this club, I think he goes down now as the best manager West Ham have ever had. I think the circumstances when he first come in, kept us up twice. European competition, we finished 5th, 6th, semi-final. Now we've won the cup. Deserves all the credit he gets. He's a top man, and yeah, I think as you can see, he's buzzing. So as well as we are.
You talked about being a captain. The last captain who took this journey after winning a European trophy for West Ham was Bobby Moore. That's some man to follow, isn't it?
Bobby Moore, Billy Bonds. You know, I've seen messages and people tell me I'm now in that category. I don't really know what to say, to be honest with you, because the captain I took over from, Mark Noble, even though he didn't win something, he's most definitely in that category. And the only reason I'm here is mainly because of him as well. You know, he's taught me how to be a captain and to be a real good person, and to treat people right. So look, I'm just trying to embrace it as much as I can.
Well, the West Ham owner David Sullivan told TalkSport that Rice will be leaving this summer. He said the club offered him £200,000 a week to stay 18 months ago, and that offer was rejected. He added that he understands it's time for him to seek Champions League football elsewhere. Rice didn't comment on his future, but it looks like Wednesday night's win could have been his last game as a West Ham player.
Yes, so long as the many clubs that want him can meet West Ham's price. I suppose that's been the unsaid element of this. I mean, because so far it's been surprisingly overt, where we had David Sullivan basically saying, explicitly saying that they've agreed with Rice that he can go. It's for the better of his career. Although he did wonder sometimes with, say, some of the interviews after the game Wednesday night, whether some of that was kind of tugging at his heart. But I think he knows the progression of his career. He's got to go and play regular Champions League football, got to go to a club that's regularly competing for the league or the top honours.
They are looking to get over 100 million. I think Sullivan said that. I've even heard him say maybe even 120 million. I think from the news that's doing the rounds, Arsenal might look to table a first bid around 90 million. I don't think that would be enough. Declan Rice has still got time left on his contract, so West Ham don't have to sell him.
Rice became just the third West Ham captain to lift a major trophy, joining Bobby Moore and Billy Bonds in getting his hands on a cup. Moore's daughter was at West Ham's trophy parade last night and said it was an honour to be there and representing her dad.
It's just an amazing moment to be here, as you can imagine. I mean, my dad loved this club. He loved the fans. And, I mean, he would be absolutely thrilled to see this. So I'm so happy to be here to represent him. We're all West Ham fans in our family, apart from my husband over there, who we're turning into a West Ham fan.
I think the crowd here might do that, if nothing else.
I think he's turned. But no, it's fantastic. And I know my dad would just be buzzing. So it's wonderful to be here. It's a fantastic moment.
So West Ham made sure they continued their celebrations. Fans were loving their club's first major European trophy in 58 years. The streets of East London were filled with supporters. The open-top bus actually struggling to make its way through the sea of fans.
Never experienced anything like this. It's like I said yesterday, I think I'm still in a bit of shock of what happens, and it hasn't probably sunk in yet. But you see here how many turn up, and that's what I said yesterday after the game. It means so much to the fans as well, and that's why we wanted to win it for the fans as well. And to celebrate with them today is, top.
Jazz was playing non-league for Hereford, and there's a lot of lads on this who've come through the leagues, and as you say, Kate's the most experienced in terms of the cups, and Emerson as well. But even for me personally, starting through the leagues and coming right up, and to have a night like this is special.
It's very good, to live this after important title, for the club, for us as well, for me in person, So I'm very happy to be here, to enjoy with the fans, with my teammates. So it's a good day for everyone.
Well, it was an emotional night in East London, particularly for the former West Ham captain Mark Noble. He retired from playing last year, but is now the club's sporting director.
Live for this because we don't see it often at West Ham. Do I think we deserve it? Yes. Do I think this club is worthy of European success and this sort of support? Of course I do. I've lived it my life.
Where do West Ham go from here? They got another European tour happening.
Yeah. Europa League next year and another tough Premier League. Football changes really quick, so we've got to get ourselves ready for another tough campaign next year.
It just tells you the trajectory that we're on. We're a team that's going places. Okay, it wasn't the best Premier League season this year, but we've got something to build on now, which is a trophy, more than most people in London this year can say.
What do you think they can do to build on from this moment?
I think take the confidence from this. Moments like this are going to give you confidence, you know, and taking this into next year and got this feeling that you got from here today and trying to replicate it again next year. But the manager we've got, the players that we've got are more than capable of doing this again and again and again.
Well, many of the West Ham players took to social media during the parade. Captain Declan Rice posted a selfie with his medal. Amongst the West Ham fans, been loads of them were.
Thilo Kehrer, who was definitely my man of the parade last night. He enjoyed soaking up the atmosphere with his teammates. The former West Ham midfielder and the current first-team coach Kevin Nolan was getting involved as well.
What an accolade for him.
Oh, he was in good form, was Thilo.
Pablo Fornals was very much in charge of the bubbles. That's a lot of pressure amongst West Ham fans.
And finally, Naif Aguerd showing his support as well for the West Ham fan base.